it going?
Just fine, just fine. My name's Maureen. I'm one of the docents here.
Awesome.
And what do you have here?
Oh,
What is
it's a
this?
360 camera.
Oh, okay. So, do you have a particular interest here, or just looking, or?
Just browsing, but I'm kind of interested in the town of Colma itself, history. So mainly, the main transportation in 1861 are trains, correct?
To come down here?
Hmm?
Yeah, were trains. 1861 El Camino was in, so trains, horse-drawn carriages, carts, and I'm not sure when the streetcar came in. 1861 might have been, certainly by 1870 or so.
Okay.
There was a streetcar, a train, and horse-drawn.
And did the town decide to do away with those things as the years progresses? Like the town cars and trolleys?
Well, they kept them on until fairly recently.
Okay.
Because, well, not the trains, but, well, okay, fairly recently, because that was the way, the reason why this was such a good cemetery location was that you could make the round trip to either bury or visit your loved one in a day. So you could have your service in the city and come down. So those things were very important to the continuation,
Okay.
of the growth of the city. And the city, San Francisco, had already, first of all, said you couldn't bury anybody anymore as of 1900, and then they evicted the cemeteries in about 1914.
Yeah, I believe it's like Legion of Honor, Art Institute, and SFSC, I believe is the areas they dug the bodies in.
Well, yes, actually, we have a map back here. You can see they moved bodies from that Laurel Hill Calvary was the Catholic cemetery down here. And then the Jewish cemeteries, which were out on where Mission Dolores Park is, they were already moving people. You can see there's sections of their cemeteries where the headstones are older than the cemetery.
Gotcha.
And let's see, what else? I guess that's the Italian cemetery was turn of the century, but they didn't have a particular section. I believe that bodies from where Lincoln Park Golf Course is now were also exhumed and moved down here.
Yeah.
A lot of individuals moved their loved ones, and then there are 4 cemeteries that have mass grave sites. And it wasn't just that the bones were picked up and dumped. They were put in boxes and buried in specific locations down here.
Was Columbia and San Francisco the main reason why they started that, to move the ashes there because of the mass grave in San Francisco?
Was what?
The Columbia? Because
Columbarium?
Is that the reason why they built that place? Because too much bodies, or is it because land was getting scarce the more bigger San Francisco got?
So the Columbarium in San Francisco was part of the Oddfellows Cemetery, and it wasn't active. People were being cremated, and people were also being buried in the ground.
Okay.
And those houses that are around that Columbarium are built on what used to be the Oddfellows Cemetery.
I've been seeing a lot of Oddfellows iconography around cemeteries around the Bay. Seems like they're a big group.
Well, they were a fairly affluent group. They had very high-profile members.
Yeah.
And we have a little part of our cemetery room exhibit has stuff on the Oddfellows Cemetery.
So Oddfellows are separate from Freemasons, or are they one and the same?
No, they're different. They're different.
Okay.
Right. They're not even the same. Freemasons have all these different other groups that are under their umbrella, but no, they're not.
And Oddfellows, IOF, that's their symbol on the building when you see it, or is it a different fraternity?
Yeah, International Order of Oddfellows.
Okay.
Right. And, a lot of these groups, like even the Masons, but certainly the Oddfellows, part of their mission was to take care of widows and orphans, because people died in those days, as leaving a family, and also to bury their dead. So those were two of their purposes, and the other was social.
Okay.
And it's still alive today. The Oddfellows are still, they're still Oddfellows
Yeah.
around.
Lodges, I've seen.
And it's mainly social now.
Social now?
Yeah,
Okay.
you've seen,
I've seen
By the way.
several like buildings out of the blue in the little town, sometimes in big towns. If you don't
Oh.
look too much, you won't see it. But if you pass by, you'll see their symbol. I think it's
Uh-huh.
only a private lounge for members. Is it open to the public?
I don't know. I'd have to look for the IOF to see if that does stand for International Order of Oddfellows. It sounds like it should. Or if that's part of the Masons. Masons are the triangle with the eye. So, at any rate, there's also, oh no, it's, IOF is, wait just a minute, Forest? There's another group, kind of like the Oddfellows, that's Foresters.
Okay.
And very often those headstones will have like a stump or
Oh.
branches or something like that,
Oh.
because they're into that.
Okay.
So, we'd have to check. I don't want to go on record.
I just
about IOF.
found this little, so there's trolley tours now?
This is Cypress Lawn Cemetery, and yes, they have trolley tours once a month.
Okay.
And you got the flyer?
Oh,
Okay,
thanks.
you just call and make a reservation. You can even bring a group if you
Okay.
have, a group. And it's, mainly they go around to their 3 sections, but they also will tell you about their burial programs now, their pre-planning programs.
Gotcha.
They have a very well-organized, trust-funded program. So they are quite good. Yeah. And they have, I think it's from February through October, they have a monthly lecture.
Okay.
The lecture is on Sunday afternoon, and the trolley tour or walking tour is on Saturday.
Oh, gotcha. How much are they per person? Like, 25 per person if a walking tour? Or is it like for the trolley?
There's no charge for any of this.
Oh, gotcha.
The 25 would be if you have a group, a nonprofit group, and if you do, like we did it with the History Guild of South San Francisco, so and each of us, they had 12 people on it, so each of us got 12 times 25
Oh, okay. So that's
to
how it
our
works.
organization.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Nice.
So that's that. This is for our museum. That's our little brochure.
Awesome.
This is our current newsletter. We're going to have a new one coming out soon if you're interested.
Oh, cool.
Yes or no? I don't know.
So this is actually